The Sahara Desert, a vast expanse of sand and scorching sun, evokes images of isolation and hardship. Yet within this formidable landscape, powerful empires rose and flourished, their stories intricately woven into the fabric of African history. One such empire, the Kanem-Bornu, stands as a testament to the resilience and sophistication of its people. This empire, which thrived for over a millennium from around 700 AD to 1893 AD, left an indelible mark on the African continent. The Kanem-Bornu Empire, through its military prowess, economic influence, and cultural dynamism, played a pivotal role in shaping the destiny of the region, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate today. The story of the Kanem-Bornu Empire begins with the Kanembu people, skilled pastoralists who navigated the challenging terrain of the Sahel, the region bordering the Sahara Desert. Around the 8th century AD, these nomadic people, driven by the search for fertile grazing lands and propelled by their growing unity and strength, migrated to the area around Lake Chad. This region, a fertile oasis amidst the arid landscape, provided the necessary resources for the Kanembu to flourish. The fertile lands around Lake Chad allowed the Kanembu to transition from nomadic pastoralism to settled agriculture. This newfound stability led to population growth and the emergence of more complex social structures. By the late 8th century, the Kanembu had established a powerful kingdom centered near Lake Chad, laying the foundation for what would become the Kanem Empire. This early kingdom, though not as expansive as the later empire, marked the beginning of a period of sustained growth and influence for the Kanembu people. The early rulers of Kanem, known as, proved to be astute leaders, consolidating their power and expanding their influence over neighboring communities. They harnessed the agricultural potential of the region, establishing a system of tribute and taxation that further bolstered their authority. Through a combination of strategic alliances, military campaigns, and shrewd diplomacy, the of Kanem gradually extended their control over a vast territory. The Kanem Empire's strategic location, south of the Sahara Desert and at the crossroads of important trade routes, proved to be a key factor in its rise to prominence. The trans-Saharan trade routes, which connected North Africa with the sub-Saharan regions, were arteries of economic and cultural exchange, and Kanem sat at the heart of this bustling network. From the north, caravans laden with sought-after goods, such as salt, textiles, glassware, and horses, made their arduous journey across the Sahara. These goods, highly prized in the south, were traded for gold, ivory, ostrich feathers, and unfortunately, enslaved people. Kanem's rulers, recognizing the immense economic potential of this trade, took control of the trade routes passing through their territory, imposing taxes and ensuring the safety of caravans. The wealth generated from the trans-Saharan trade fueled Kanem's expansion and transformed it into a regional powerhouse. They used this newfound wealth to finance their military, solidify their control over trade routes, and forge alliances with neighboring kingdoms. The influx of goods from distant lands also led to a flourishing of art, architecture, and scholarship in Kanem, further enhancing its prestige and influence. The arrival of Islam in Kanem in the 11th century marked a turning point in the empire's history. Islam, brought by Arab traders and scholars, gradually spread throughout the empire, influencing its religious, social, and political landscape. The ruling elite of Kanem embraced Islam, recognizing its potential to unify their diverse subjects under a common faith and legal system. They themselves converted to Islam, incorporating Islamic principles into their governance and legal practices. The adoption of Islam also facilitated Kanem's integration into the wider Islamic world. The empire established diplomatic relations with powerful Muslim states in North Africa, attracting scholars, merchants, and artisans to its bustling cities. Mosques and Islamic schools were constructed, promoting literacy and Islamic scholarship. Kanem became a center of Islamic learning in the region, attracting students and scholars from far and wide. The reign of Mai Dunama Dabbalemi, who ruled from 1221 to 1259, is considered the golden age of the Kanem Empire. A devout Muslim and a skilled military strategist, Dunama Dabbalemi expanded Kanem's territories, consolidated its control over trade routes, and established a strong central administration based on Islamic principles. He is credited with establishing a regular standing army, building fortresses, and introducing Islamic law and taxation. His reign witnessed unprecedented prosperity and marked the zenith of Kanem's power. By the late 14th century, the Kanem Empire, weakened by internal strife and external pressures, began to decline. The once fertile lands around Lake Chad, strained by centuries of agriculture and climatic changes, began to dry up, leading to famines and forcing the Kanembu to seek new pastures. Adding to their woes, rebellious groups within the empire challenged the authority of the, further destabilizing the kingdom. Faced with these mounting challenges, the then Umar Idrismi made the decision to move the empire's capital from Njimi in Kanem to Bornu, a region to the west in present-day Nigeria. This move, though initially driven by necessity, would have a profound impact on the future of the empire. The shift to Bornu in the 15th century marked a new chapter in the history of the Kanembu people. It was a period of adaptation, resilience, and the fusion of old traditions with new influences. The Kanembu, now in Bornu, interacted with and assimilated into the existing Kanuri groups in the region. This blending of Kanembu and Kanuri traditions led to the emergence of a new identity, the Kanuri people, and the empire became known as the Bornu Empire. Despite the challenges of relocation and adaptation, the spirit of the Kanem Empire lived on in Bornu. The Kanuri people, inheriting the legacy of their predecessors, would go on to build a new empire, one that would rise to prominence in the region, echoing the grandeur of the former Kanem. Like and subscribe to MGOTV Media for more stories.